Volvo S80 2006-2016. Hello everyone! You will not find any signs of corrosion on the body of even budget specimens, with the exception of cars that have been fully restored after an accident. Over time, however, the chrome coating on the decorative elements of the case fades and shaggy. And if chips and stretch appear, then the metal under them will not rust for a very long time. In general, the body of the S80 is strong and resistant to corrosion. If you are completely satisfied with the condition of the body, check how the trunk lid functions. It opens directly with the handle of the lid itself or with a button from the passenger compartment. If it doesn't open with a button, check the vise. They are usually frayed at the bend. Replacing wire on the side is inexpensive. It happens that the reason lies in the malfunction of the button itself. It is usually replaced with a new one. With age, incontinence progresses. At the same time, make sure that the power windows are working reliably. The fact is that the S80 has weak metal guides, which under the weight of the glass begin to bend over time and warp them. However, one should not despair much about this. Our colleagues have learned how to repair this mechanism. But if you don't have such acquaintances, you will have to buy a complete living unit. And it's better from a restored version of the 80s, where this part has become stronger and more reliable. Lights and headlights often sweat on a sedan, and this disease progresses with age. The treatment is very simple, replacing the sealing gum of the headlight glass with butyl tape from the manufacturer, or it's an Elacabra WS904. And that's it, you will only remember switching optics. Checked. With age, several driving door locks fail. The replacement of each is quite expensive. But again, our craftsmen learned how to repair them. When buying a used 80, don't be too lazy to also look under the hood. On the RS80, the power steering reservoir often leaks. This is a car disease. But don't rush to look for a new one, as it will soon also be leaking. Therefore, change only to the part that was installed on the setting after restarting, preferably together with the pipe. You can even use it, but only modernized. There are not so many weak points in electrical equipment. For example, the cigarette lighter in the front and rear of the cabin fails. Replace the correct fuse and problem solved. The position sensors of the crankshaft and camshaft, idle and mass airflow are buggy. True, this does not bear the nature of an epidemic and manifests itself sporadically. But for all 80s, sooner or later, the siren of the standard alarm system loses its voice due to the fact that the built-in batteries become unusable and begin to flooding the electronic board with exit. Usually owners select batteries of similar parameters and the problem is solved. The stove and mower switching knob are the heating coil of the seats, as well as the bulb for external lighting and license plate lights can burn out. Moreover, most electrical sources occur due to moisture and corrosion. As for the engine, the most popular unit is a 2.5-liter turbocharged 5 with a capacity of 200 or 231 horsepower after restarting. In general, the Swiss engine turned out to be successful. Therefore, it is necessary to make it a rule to periodically clean it every 25,000 to 30,000 kilometers. At the same time, it is desirable to flush the injection nozzles and the throttle assembly. The fact is that all Volvo engines are demanding on fuel quality, and the weak point of the engine is the throttle. At first produced by the Italian company Magneti Marelli, it pretty much bored the owners of the S80 with its whims. However, you can install a new Bosch assembly which appeared on the engine after the 2009 restyling. At least there are no problems with it. In the time in drive, the motor has a two-cell badge which must be changed every 90,000 kilometers. The turbine lasts for a long time, often it can withstand up to 250 to 300,000 kilometers. True, shortly before this, her body begins to sweat with droplets of oil. In order for the turbocharger to live safely to old age, install a turbo timer on the engine. If it is not there, then just let it idle at idle after a serious load. The 6-cylinder 3.2-liter engine has a metal chain in the timing mechanism, the service life of which is at least 200,000 kilometers. In supercharged 3-liter 6s, the turbocharger takes care of 250,000 kilometers and even more. On board are 6 units to monitor the temperature since they are characterized by a high heat load. The same can be said for the flagship 4.4-liter V8. On all these engines, it is necessary to clean the radiators every 2 years, including the air conditioner. However, this applies to all power units. At risk for casting engines are individual ignition coils, converters, intake manifold gasket, oxygen and mass airflow sensors, engine mounts, throttle assembly and injection nozzles. All motors consume oil to some extent. Moreover, a consumption of 500 grams per 1000 kilometers is considered the norm for firms. On diesel engines as well as on gasoline engines, the EGR valve is periodically contaminated. If you don't want to spend money on new and expensive parts, clean the Wolf and its pipe from dirt and soot every 60,000 to 80,000 kilometers. In megacities, the particulate filter clogs up quite quickly, which is indicated by a control signal on the dashboard. In this case, you need to drive at medium speeds for about a couple of hours on a suburban highway. In this mode, the filter clogs with combustion product itself cleaning. Periodic maintenance will also be required for automatic transmission Volvo S80 with the mechanics. Several types of 6-speed automatics were installed in the business setting. Modification of the Japanese engine O50 to 51 and O50 to 55 or 51 transmissions and a couple of versions of the 4T65 EVGT and M56 GME boxes, which were paired with inline sixes. The units have earned the reputation of not being the most reliable. The main reason why they were cautious and unreliable was regular overheating due to design flaws. However, during the time they were installed on the S80, the boxes were repeatedly upgraded, and the latest version of the automatic transmission have become noticeably more reliable. In addition, dealers touched by bitter experience began to recommend changing oil in automatic transmission every 60,000 kilometers, which were previously considered maintenance-free throughout their entire service life. By the way, after the second restyling of 2013, new 8-speed automatic machines produced by ZF appeared in the arsenal of the model, which earned the fame of trouble-free. After 150,000 kilometers, pay attention to the wheel drives. If during acceleration or at speed strong vibration are felt, and when starting off with the wheels completely turned out, a crack is heard, urgently go to the service to replace the external CV joints. At the same time, check the condition of the internal grenade. By this run, it usually stays at the end of its resource. You can also buy non-original parts. There are a lot of offers on the market, but it is better to find the original. As experience shows, the branched grenade is much longer than the non-original. The all-wheel drive system with Haldex electromagnetic clutch is time-tested and very reliable. However, timely maintenance will extend the life of the gearbox's transfer case and the clutch itself. Units are subject to lubrication every 60,000 to 80,000 kilometers. After a run of 150,000 kilometers, the drive shaft closes and the outboard bearing will remind of themselves. Approximately the same period can be called critical for the charge. From this run, the first significant replacement in the independent suspension will begin when the front levers and shock absorbers are asked to rest. This we mean that we a balanced approach. You can save a lot when repairing the charts, but it is better not to repair the steering carton but to change it to a new and original one. Such a part has much higher resource. Therefore, you can safely take a high-quality non-original for famous brand, which most owners do. In general, the suspension on the S80 is very strong and repair costs can be significantly reduced due to non-original parts and replacement in a specialized service. Admittedly, a used Volvo S80 is a very good second-hand option. The car turned out to be quite reliable and the optimal version is modification with the Castrol Diesel 5. If you take a setting after the second restarting, then there will be a minimum of problems with it. It was then the indestructible 8-speed automatic machines went on, which however are combined only with 2-liter engines. If you have had such a motor, share information about what and how it breaks in the comments.